Good morning. Whose face would you rather see on a Thursday, the last day of April? That's right. You would not want to see anybody's face except for mine. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, fourth grade folks. We have been working this week on angles, and we know that there are 4 different types of angles. One is an acute angle, and that is an angle that is smaller than 90 degrees because it's little and cute. The second angle that we've been working on is obtuse, and that means that it's bigger than 90 degrees because it is obese and obtuse. The third kind of angle we've been working on is a right angle, and that one always looks like an L, whether the L is like this, like this, like this. Doesn't matter what it looks like. If it's a perfect L, it's going to be a right angle, and a lot of times it has that little square in the corner to show you that it is a right angle. And then the last angle, the fourth angle that we've learned about, the kind of angle, the type, is a straight angle, and that means that it's 180 degrees, which kind of makes sense because if you have a 90 degree angle, okay, it's a right angle. So if I have a 90 degree, let's see if I can figure out how to do this. If I have a 90 degree angle on this side and a 90 degree angle on this side, then 90 degrees plus 90 degrees is going to equal your 180 degrees. Okay, so we have already learned the 4 types of angles, okay, and you guys have had some good practice with that, both on your worksheet and on IXL. We have also learned how to name an angle. So if I have this angle, okay, so if I have this angle, it would be an acute angle because it's less than 90, so we can already name it acute, all right, and it has 3 letters. It has J, K, and L, and we know that the angle needs to be named by these 3 letters, and it's going to go in a certain order. The K is the vertex of this angle because it's where both lines meet together, so this is going to be angle. Remember, we use the small L kind of to show the angle symbol. Angle JKL, or it could be named angle LKJ. And we see that K is right in the middle. Both of these names work. Remember, I kind of showed you the analogy of this is my name, Lindsay Crawford. This is my name, Miss Crawford. So both of these work, but the K has to be in the middle because it is in the middle of the angle up here. Okay, so that is all basically review. You should already know how to do all of that. Now, for your assignment today, okay, it's going to show you one more technical way to name an angle that is open. And open means that it doesn't have like a closed in area. So if this is M, N, O, okay? M, N, O, okay? Technically, the 2 names of this angle, which you would already know, are angle M, N, O, because N's in the middle, or it could be named angle O, N, M. Okay? Our book teaches us that this could have one more name. Don't know what it is? I'm glad you asked. The last name that this angle could have is simply just angle N. And that's because N is in the middle, so it connects to the M, it connects to the O, so angle N is its new name. So I have showed you these 2 names, how to figure out these 2 names. This is how to figure out another name. Simply just take the middle letter and name it after the middle letter, okay? So if I had an angle that was named or labeled this, we have Z, O, and B. So this angle technically has 3 names. Okay? We know the O is in the middle. It's our vertex, so it has to be in the middle of our names. This could be named angle BOZ. It could be named angle ZOB. Or it could simply just be named angle O. And we know that because O is the vertex, and it's also the middle letter here. So there's 3 different names. So on your worksheet, it is going to give you one of the names, and you have to come up with the other 2 names. Okay? That's for the first page. The second page is going to throw in a loop because obviously you guys are almost 5th graders, so you can't have something too easy. It's going to show you how to name an angle if it's a closed shape or a closed polygon. So I'm going to show you how to do that first. That way when you get to the worksheet, you're not freaking out. Okay, look. I'm going to even show you how I'm going to draw this. So this could be literally named A, B, C, D, E, and back to I. Okay, so this is my shape. So I technically have 5 different angles in this shape. I have this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, and this angle. So in this shape of 5 angles, I need to figure out how to label them. And that's what the book is going to ask you. Now the book is going to throw you for a loop because it's also going to put small letters inside the shape. So it might do this. P, S, T, U, V. And then you're like, oh my gosh, Miss Craw, that is so many letters, and I didn't know that little letters could be inside the shape and big letters outside the shape, and then you start to freak out. But I'm going to say, don't freak out. It's not that scary. They're just little letters. Here's how you do it. Say the book was asking me what to name angle T. Okay, so it might say angle T equals. And they want you to give them 2, or you could even do 3 answers. Angle T is right here. This little angle is what they now describe as angle T. So all we have to do, one sec, I'm getting a different color. All we have to do is this. We're going to look at the angle that would be angle T. So it would be using this part. Oh my goodness, of course, this marker is totally dead. This part and this part. Wow. All right, let's try that again. It would be looking at this part of the shape, the part that's in blue. Okay, so we could really just forget about all of this stuff and just look at this angle right here. So angle T could be named angle T because it's the little t. It could also be named angle BCD because C's in the middle. BCD. It could also be named angle DCB. Or we could just name it angle C. So this angle, based on this picture, has 4 different names. So that is why it's important for you to know how to give an angle all of its names. And it is going to throw in some letters. A hint and a trick is that when you have a closed shape like this, your inside letters are always going to be lowercase and your outside letters are always going to be capitalized. That's why I told you the other day that it is super important to make your letters capital letters. Okay? I'm going to show you one more example. Okay. Say I have this shape. Okay. Here's the next one. So this shape has 4 different angles. Has this angle, this angle, this angle, and this angle. We have W, X, Y, Z, and for our little letters we have E, F, G, H. Okay, so it might say the book is asking us for another name for angle Y. Okay, another name for angle Y. Well, here's angle Y right here. Notice how it's a big uppercase Y. Okay, so we want to figure out what we can name this angle Y. Well, if it's asking us Y, Y has to be in the middle. So it could be named WYZ, angle WYZ. It could be named angle ZYW. Oops, ZYW. Or it could be named angle E. Okay? So there's a few different ways depending on what the book gives. If the book gave us angle WXZ and angle ZXW and asked for the last 2 answers, let's take a look. X is in the middle, so WXZ, ZXW. Those are 2 names that it already gave us. The other 2 names that we would do would be simply just to name it angle X or name it by the little one, angle G. Okay? So, we reviewed going over angle types, acute, obtuse, right, and straight. And we also reviewed going over the 2 names that we knew before how to name angles. And then we talked about naming angles with the big letter that is in the middle, or if it is a closed shape and it has a small letter in it, then you name it by the small letter that is by that angle. If you have any questions, you can obviously ask Mrs. Phillips and I, and we will probably be opening up a Zoom as well. You have 8 problems to do. But with those 8 problems, it's asking you $20 questions. So your grade is going to be out of 20. So try your best. If you're confused, Zoom us and believe in yourself because I believe in you and I know that you'll get this.